it is squeaky bum time for Guild because they put a couple of rounds on the board. Magnum wants to follow by putting bodies on the board, and as Russ falls and Safe is unable to give chase for the trade. Uncharacteristically now, we see a big X marks the spot, and that's the exact site that they were looking to plant on now, but that kind of push has been stunted for now.
Well, Viper's pit up. Have had Ryan confirm to me that it is a British thing, and it was Ferguson, Alex Ferguson of Manchester United. Apparently, it's squeaky bum time is considered the time after 90 minutes when you head into, you know, the extra time.
Oh.
Yeah. So it kind of means like the crunch time, the dying embers.
All right. There we go.
Deploying drone.
Guild are currently in a pretty tough spot, already being down a man early. Also having Leo significantly damaged, but also 40 seconds left to make a play. And that Viper's pit up in the showers limits the options for an A split, so where do you go with this one? Guild start to think about a possible B play. They're walking their way up. It's the right time here because they're rotating off. And that actually leaves Boaster alone, and he only has a Sheriff.
I mean, look, we've seen Boaster hit some shots. We've seen Durkee hit some shots, but he's going to have to hit the best shots of his life right now onto site. He's caught with a hawk out in hand, and he's just going to have to roll on out. His side is now freely Guild's. They had 10 seconds to play with. Imagine they could have denied. But unfortunately, it won't be it. And as the ulti comes out, I've got your trail. And it looks like they're going to be able to get onto site nice and quickly just to meet their demise and hit the funeral very quickly there, Dinko.
Yeah, very, very quickly indeed. Magnum and Brave will try their best, but, you know, Guild having a great time. And this is honestly very impressive from Guild. The fact they were able to turn a 4v5 deficit into a round win here in that quick succession is the decisiveness on the call. Obviously get a little lucky with how Fnatic actually decided to rotate off at the wrong time, but it's the fact that Guild can turn that around and end it so convincingly with no map control. Magnum could do a lot of damage here, though. Oh no, there's no way he doesn't get away with a kill there. That is a little unfortunate for Magnum. He will get away. But Fnatic, unfortunately, will not get away with that round. It's Guild up to 3.
Russ has his Seekers to reply with this round, as we had saw in the previous round from Fnatic.
Well, Leo sending the Owl out towards the site. Shrek starting to spam one down into the site itself as Guild currently positioned and posture towards B, but the call to actually unleash upon the site is still yet to be made. They're trying to put utility in the spot right now. Here comes the Hunter's Fury coming through from Brave just to try and keep them back and dispel any attack. In fact, also trying to pick up some info of their positions. Leo with some skill, just not just that one. Here comes the Seekers in from Guild. That's the signal to go. Mystic's got one, but Coldamenta quick to reply. And now we're at the 4v4. The equilibrium still established up until the point where Boaster perishes. And now we're looking at the 4v3. With the flank of Durka is everything for Fnatic, and it's got one. He's back to the trusty Bulldog, and he's delivered his first kill. Magnum's able to follow up, and now it's just Trex and Russ who have to do the impossible, which is pull this one off, and they haven't put the spike down. It's just Trex in it. Trex will try, and he will certainly get himself in a position to win this one. Flicks down the boom bot, will be eliminated, but does he know? Does he even think about the Magnum push-up? No ammo left, reload being picked up, confirming the position of Trex, who has to think about every position his opponent could currently be in. And now starts to think about the wrap around the back of the side. He's about to walk around the backside. Ships in the night looking the right way. Magnum looks away. He comes back and the kill is his. Oh, there's a game of inches right there, but Magnum is the player that gets it done for Fnatic.
Looking back towards Def, I was thinking to myself, you know, if he can work out the fact that Magnum is one of those players that likes to creep into off positions. Magnum only played that well, just as we've seen him do over towards A site, which is now the focus for Guild.
Magnum currently hiding inside of the toxic cloud. Nearly gets away with a chance there. It looked like he wanted to go. Boaster's seen Durka picking up the Bulldog, and he's decided, I want to go with that. Good opening in towards the B long aggressive play. For Guild right now, they can just slow it down. They can go into this default for the time being. Start to group up outside of B. and go in towards hookah if they desire, but Fnatic are starting to realize maybe this is a bit of a tendency for GLD in the late round just to go back into towards these B hits. But the problem is Fnatic haven't really been able to deal with it too consistently, so we'll see if they can get this one done.
Yeah, that's an easy confirmation. GLD, they have to move quickly. Now that Mystic's position has been given up, Safe wanted to be able to take him out, but it looks like Mystic was too quick to the trigger. And I said they needed to be quick because the rotate would be quick, but Mystic's gun and trigger finger is quicker. And as he takes out a third for the trouble, it's an opportunity now for Fnatic to be able to put a crushing blow in on Trex and give us a flawless round, as that was a very good hold from Mystic.
Yeah, much better for Fnatic, starting to maybe read
10 seconds left.
GLD's motives and game plan here in these rounds, and they don't get a lot of control towards showers and towards A. They often just get forced into a B hit. Fnatic have started to adapt to that. Trex will prevent the flawless, but they will win the round nonetheless. Mystic gets the 4K.
I would actually find that more impressive.
Yeah. Feels like at that point, you know, like he's feeling so confident right now, Durka. But the other thing is, you know, his teammates weren't showing up in the early rounds, but now they are. So maybe they can start to steal away a few of those opportunities, Mystic in particular. But GLD are leaning B. They're going back to B again, this time out of spawn. There's no default into it in Boaster. Oh, he spawned two, both through the smoke. It's taken down the spike and two players early. And GLD, with the weaker weapons, have been dealt a terrible hand.
A shame for GLD. That sort of confidence and conviction in their attacking half is lacking again. I said that they're slightly attacking sided on this map, 62% compared to their defensive 55% win rate. I mean, that's very much not showing at the moment. A couple of these early rounds upon which we had conversely sort of criticized Fnatic for having poor early rounds, it's like they've given the curse over to GLD now on Bind.
Good kill from Brave, and that really puts the nails in the coffin now for GLD. Trex will try his best to make this competitive round. Snakebite isn't going to extend to Magnum, who will be still safe in that corner. Trex searches for the next victim, but Brave will certainly make him the victim. 3 kills to close. There's now 7 read for Fnatic, starting to get into the rhythm, turn it all around.
So this was like when who was it that was clutching earlier in the day? And I think it was Nats, and
yes.
you said something and you shouldn't have said something, and
figure out why. We'll see, he's on board with him now, just tasked outside of the showers at the moment. GLD into the spread out default for the time being to put some pressure towards showers and towards that A vicinity at the beginning of the round. But again, it's back towards this outside B setup for GLD. They've gone B so many times, it hasn't really been working recently.
You've got to try everything, Dingo. When nothing's working, you've just got to try it all.
Yeah, but they're just trying B. That's the problem. They're not trying everything.
I mean, when they tried showers, what happened?
Well, Durka's over there, I guess. avoid Durka at all costs.
Avoid Durka, that's the strat. In fact, a lot of teams used to employ avoid CNED, and that's how they would beat Ascent. So, just saying, not a bad strategy.
No, absolutely not. And a couple of rounds now where it's the same setup for Fnatic. They've decided to drop back, and Boaster was initially spotting some information, decides to drop back into Elbow. Here comes the Cosmic Divide up, and that is going to be for Fnatic. Save gets aggressive and catches the head of Boaster. So the first kill of play will go in GLD's hands. Viper's Pit extended deep here for GLD, and that's going to be massive just to give him a good bit of control. Briz's health ticking down now with that decay, and Magnum coming through hookah. He's going to read the position, but Russ comes away with 1 and 2. Finally finds some impact here, Russ, and it's just Mystic and Brave left. 1 kill for Mystic, but much more needed as he begins to wrap and hunt down Cold Dementa from Elbow. Cold Dementa's retreat is successful. He gets away and out of dodge as Fnatic decide this one has to be the safe call. We'll try a kill on the way out. Not too far off there, Mystic. But GLD, nonetheless, will be taking 4 rounds. And yeah, the B side works this time. Maybe getting a read of Fnatic's similar setups in towards the B side.
The ticking of that